What's going on YouTube? It is your man's Mr. Dominic Cruz feature on ABC, NBC, CBS, Yahoo, and Fox coming at you with another video. Yes, another one. Oh, hope you guys are striving for your purpose and mission life. You guys are going out there working hard for it, grinding it out and getting rewarded for it, because at the end of the day, I'm going to that purpose and mission life. Good things do happen. So, I wanted to make this video pretty much, things are changing. They're changing so much, even in this, even inside this home. Things are just changing. Sometimes good, some things are good, some things are bad. You just go with it. But it doesn't keep me away from making videos from you guys every chance I can get. So, so there's that. But I wanted to talk to you guys about, breaking up with someone that you love. Now, see, here's the thing. When you break up with someone that you love, it's like, I'm gonna be real with you. It's not a good feeling. It feels like the world just shattered, and it just went from like everything just falls, and you don't know why. You are just in a stage of shock. You don't like it, but you understood that it was necessary to. You understood that it plateaued and it was hard for both parties, you and your ex-significant other, couldn't just go to the next level because one of you just decided to stop growing, decided to get comfortable, decided to just stop with everything, just like be comfortable. And I think being comfortable is probably one of the biggest killers in relationships today. Now, I'm not saying like, it's bad to be comfortable. I mean, like, I'm not saying like it's completely bad to be comfortable, but what I'm saying by comfortable is just like, yeah, I got my girl, it's cool, she ain't gonna go anywhere, man, chill. When you got that attitude of complacency, it's the beginning of an end, put it that way. Well, breaking up with someone that you love, it's going to be painful. It sucks. When it comes to breaking up with someone that you love, from my experience, it was more like I knew it had to happen, though I wanted to deny it, but it had to happen because there was no way. I mean, and this was like a while back, but there was just no way that it could just like continue to change. Like, no matter how insane that I can think that, I know it's going to change. I know it's just going to change if I stick with it, If you have that mentality today where if you stick with it, no matter how miserable that you are denying yourself happiness. Because if you are miserable right now and you are being stubborn because the fact that it can change for the better, and a storm is always going to come before there's light, but that's not always the case. The storm you're probably in right now, if you are in a very bad relationship where it's toxic and it's making you feel like crap, then you have to understand that even after the relationship ends, the storm is going to come even worse. And that, my friends, that storm is when you break up with someone that you love. It's the self-identity. It's to know who you are. It's to understand why things are the way they are. It's to have clarity. When I'll give you my experience, I just remember, I was just feeling like crap. I was crying. I was just like confused. I was upset, angry. I was so resentful. But when I was like I said, I was at that cubicle when I was working at this job in downtown San Diego, I just said, I can't stay here. And that's the attitude I had. I can't stay here. I know I'm gonna hurt for a while, but let me experience life. I'm bold enough to go out by myself. I'm bold enough to do things by myself. I'm bold enough to meet people. I'm bold enough to do everything and anything that's going to get me mind off my ex, who's not in my picture today, because they just don't matter, put it that way. So you just continue to do so all the time. When you break up with someone that you love, it's always going to be in your mind. You're always going to be thinking about them. But the more and more and more you keep thinking about them, the more and more and more you start to think. Let me just rewind what I just said on that. The more you think about them, the less it will be in the future. Let me say that again. The more you think about them now is the less you'll think about them in the future, because you're going to get so exhausted of thinking about them. You're going to get so exhausted of thinking of the possibilities of what if it did work out. Because at the end, because quite frankly, if it did work out, you wouldn't be in that position. You wouldn't be in this position today. You wouldn't be asking yourself this question today. In addition to that, you wouldn't try to come up with scenarios of what ifs. Because at the end of the day, they also have decisions on their end as well. Your ex also has decisions on their end that they control. Unfortunately, you know, some of the decisions that they've made, it was a choice not to be with you, and vice versa. So understand when they break up with someone that you love, it's going to be it's life changing, and it's also something the way you got to look at it. It's a bigger picture. There's a bigger picture behind it to where you are going to experience a lot of greatness. You're going to experience a lot of wins, and you're going to experience it without them. And the more you experience those wins and those positive news without them, the more better you'll feel about yourself, because you'll have an understanding about yourself. You'll have an understanding of how much you love yourself, and not only that, you'll start to cherish the things that are close to you. That includes family, friends, you know, acquaintances that were, well, you know, anything that matters to you, put it that way. So, again, you know, breaking up with someone that you love, it's not an easy thing to do. But if you are in a position today where you are just miserable in this relationship, you know what you got to do. If it's hard to resolve, if the communication is just not on the same page, why stay in it? You know, why stay in something that's going to hurt you in the long run? You're going to hurt anyways, even after the fact. So, you know, and this may come off as like I'm encouraging people to break up, but I'm only encouraging people to break up with the relationships that are not meant to be in their lives today, because it's already plateaued, it's already over. And not only that, but it's just miserable, you know? If you are in a position to where you are in that relationship where it's making you unhappy, why continue to make yourself more unhappy? And you are just going to vent to your friends and family about the significant other that you are with. It sucks that you have to make the decision, but you'll feel better in the long run. Trust me, I know this, and I'm telling you this also from experience, but I'm also telling you this from other people's experience that I have seen with my own eyes. And then I'm also telling you this from the experience of people that I have coached in the past as well. So breaking up with someone that you love, not easy thing to do, but you gotta do it if you're not in the right position, if it's not the position that you want to be in, if it's something that's making you crazy. But yeah. And you know what? Before I get off on this, hope you guys are staying safe. You know, you guys are, you know, I understand, you know, everything's starting to reopen. I know people are still staying in because they don't trust, you know. I'm just going to say this, you know, make your own judgment. Don't let the media make your own, don't let the media make the decisions for you, you know. Just saying, like, because there's so many, like, loopholes, and you're just, like, so confused, and then, yeah, whatever. But I hope you guys are staying safe. You guys are, you know, actually educating yourself. Not only educating yourself, but you're learning a lot of things about yourself, and not only educating yourself on you, but you're just being at peace with your life, and you're having fun with your life, you know? So, you know, here out in California, everything's starting to reopen, so I know it's about damn time that I need to get my damn haircut. So that's pretty much the whole thing. If you guys like these videos, you know, go into the description. You'll see a PayPal link to be donating. I'm going to be donating to a Black Lives Matters Foundation. And, you know, if you guys find this information valuable, I want you to drop a like, drop a comment, drop a share, because it is your man's Mr. Dominic Cruz coming at you with another video. Yes, another one. Until next time, guys, take it easy.